In South Africa, President Jacob Zuma is celebrating after surviving yet another vote of no confidence in Parliament. Opposition parties had hoped the secret ballot would mean some members of Parliament from the ruling African National Congress would vote against the president, but the motion was defeated by 198 votes to 177. Addressing cheering supporters, President Zuma says the ANC remains united and untouchable.
It's difficult to defeat the ANC. You can try. I'm sure you'll remember that the vote of no confidence was number 8. Always they try.
Well, let's get more now from South Africa. CGTN's Angelo Coppola is joining me from Johannesburg with more on yesterday's vote. Angelo, President Zuma's victory is being celebrated by his supporters, but should they be worried that a number of ANC legislators voted against him?
Well, the party is worried. Zuma isn't standing for election in December. He served his 2 terms. The fact that several senior members went public with their dissatisfaction for Zuma is almost unheard of. Some analysts are saying that more MPs probably would have voted against him last night if it wasn't for their concern that they didn't want to be seen to be supporting the opposition party's position. It's an angle that the ANC used to keep its MPs in line, towing that party line, as it were. It's an open secret. Analysts are telling me that there are deep divisions within the party, and those divisions were highlighted again last night. Beatrice.
Well, there are deep divisions, as you mentioned there, Angelo, but are we seeing then that allegiance to the ANC leadership is weakening, and what would this mean for the expected transition later on?
Well, there are a couple of issues here. That transition to the new president is 6 months away. That's when the vote happens. The fighting amongst the top leaders of the party has already begun as they start lobbying for support in those party structures across the country. It's different to previous elections. In the past, leadership battles were generally fought and happened behind firmly closed doors, creating that impression or that perception that the party was united. That's no longer the case. Allegiances to the so-called top 6, that's the senior ANC leaders, is going to become more apparent in the coming months as the ANC goes into elective conference in December. Will it cause a split in the party, as some are predicting? Well, that remains to be seen. But the battle is going to be public, and any illusions of public unity will be dispelled, analysts are telling me. Beatrice?
Right, Angelo Coppola for us there in Johannesburg.